Just a reminder before today's programme, you have the whole previous week's worth of content here on AMTV to check out, including the most recent episode of the Ident Review Extra, where we covered War and Peace. Also the latest instalment of the Now Review, where we covered the latest numbered edition, Now 105. The latest episode of the Ident Review, where we took a look at the 2011 Idents from 5-star. And the latest Millionaire Moments, where we took a look at the full run of the wife of the coughing major, Diana Ingram. And now, here on AMTV, it's that time of the week again. Your questions answered in the Sunday Catch-Up. Hi there guys, it's Adam Martyn here, and welcome back to another instalment of the Sunday Catch-Up, instalment 66 we're on now, would you believe, and it's been another week where we've been trapped in our own homes and it's time to answer your questions. But before we do that, the usual shout-outs that I've been doing. So, first of all, I'd like to shout out 2 theatre companies, all created by people that I went to drama school with. So first, a big shout-out to Matt, Stephen and Duncan at Freedom Theatre. I'll be putting a picture on the screen now. You can follow them on all the social medias. And they've recently done a live piece of theatre in lockdown. Would you believe? Like an actual live piece of theatre. If you go on their Facebook page, give them a like and give them a follow on Instagram, you'll be able to check out that performance. It's absolutely brilliant. They make cracking work and you should definitely just go and support them. So go and check out Freedom Theatre. Also want to give a shout out to Lauren and Jonah at Unearthed Theatre. Again, I'll be putting a picture on the screen. Go and follow them on all their social medias. They make cracking work. The 2 guys who created it, Lauren and Jonah, they're fantastic people. So give Unearthed a big follow on all the social medias because I can't wait to see what them and Freedom create during now and also after lockdown ends. Also, my other shout-outs, I want to shout out 2 YouTube channels, both friends from drama school again, who've recently been more active, doing songs, doing stories, doing comedy skits. So they are Hannah, big shout out to Hannah. I'll be putting a picture of her channel on screen now. Go and subscribe to her. She does some fantastic work. And also a shout out to Natasha, who I will be putting the picture on screen now. Both of them have been doing absolutely cracking work. I've been checking out their content. So please help support independent artists like myself and these guys. So give them a follow on all the social medias. It would be greatly appreciated. Trying to think if there's any housekeeping today. Not really. The shows are continuing on as they have been. The Ident Review Extra is doing the BBC 2 marathon and all the other shows. So to save me dawdling, let's get into your questions. So first up, FP YouTube says, what is your favourite Channel 4 2004 ident? Probably the one where, I can't remember the name and I've reviewed it. That's, Flats, yeah. Because that always used to be on before The Simpsons, like that one predominantly. So I'd probably say Flats. DJF Vlogs says, favourite YouTube reviewer? James Rolfe I've watched like since the early days of me being on YouTube and he reviews his movies and stuff, so probably someone like him. Do you have any Pop Party albums? Yes, well Pop Party 2 was coincidentally the first CD I think I ever owned. Myself at least. So I think I've still got Pop Party 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 out of all of those. And 3, how many Now albums do you have on CD? So I've got everything from Now 33 till Now 105. So that's what? That's 72 volumes? I mean, there's all the spin-off stuff as well, which I'm not going to count. But I'd say, if you include everything, over 100. But if you mean the numbers, about 72. 3am says, favourite TV programme when you were a kid? I had several, but I was a big fan of things like Brum when I was really young, and still now, to be fair. But I like the stuff after school, like 50-50 was always on. I enjoyed a bit of Arthur. Stupid, not many people remember Stupid. Loads of great shows. And you've asked Fascinated in the Now 70s programme. If you mean like their TV channel, I don't have it, but if you mean the album releases, because they've recently announced Now 100 Hit 70s, then yeah, I'm interested and I'll be picking it up. Paul McCartney fan says, have you been to Edinburgh, Germany and Berlin? I've been to all 3 of those places, even though Berlin is within Germany. But yes, I've been to Germany and Berlin, and I've been to Edinburgh. Junior the Borrow fan says, Homer or Bart, Peter or Quagmire, and Cartman or Kenny. Okay, so when I was younger, I would have said Bart, but now I'll probably say Homer, Quagmire, just because it's Quagmire, and Cartman. Because they're Cartman guys. KGS says, if you were a Powerpuff Girl, which one would you be? Realistically, I'd probably be Bubbles, although I'd probably want to be Buttercup because she was pretty badass. 2, would you ever roast Macapaca? Now, why would I want to roast Macapaca? Huh? What you got against Macapaca? 3, what do you think the Rugrats revival will look like? For some reason, I think if it's in CGI, it would look horrific because the designs of the characters were quite abstract to begin with, so maybe some form of 2D animation, I'm hoping, but certainly not 3D. Max Jackson says, favourite Elton John song? So there's this song called Tonight that Elton John did, which is my mum's favourite, and it is a beautiful song. I'd highly recommend it. But there is also some lesser-known Elton John stuff that is really good. Like, there's a song called Word in Spanish from his 1998 album Red Strikes Back. Highly recommend that. To which Belgian comic series do you prefer if you've read them? So Tintin or Asterix? I've not really read them, but I'm more familiar with Tintin, so I'm going to have to say Tintin. And which type of mythology would you say you're interested in the most, Greek or Egyptian? Probably Egyptian, just because it's such a loose thing, but since Yu-Gi-Oh! Was sort of had its, you know, the whole story was about Egyptian, I took more of an interest in the Egyptian side. Doctor Who fan says, favourite Wallace and Gromit show or movie? Curse the Were-Rabbit. I mean, that's just watch Curse the Were-Rabbit, man. Favourite Doctor Who DVD cover? Favourite cover? I'm trying to run all the covers in my head now. I always did like the one for like the 7th Doctor's time as they went on, like stuff like Survival. I thought that was a cool cover. And favourite 60s Thunderbirds episode? It's probably going to have to be the first one I ever watched, which I can't remember. Was it City of Fire? The one where it's like a shopping mall of like 300 feet or something and it sets on fire. Whatever that one was called, it's that one. The Unexpected says, have you seen the DuckTales reboot on Disney+? The original aired in 1987. Yes, it did. I haven't. I didn't know the reboot was on Disney+. I am aware of it because, of course, David Tennant is voicing Scrooge McDuck. So I might have to check out the reboot, actually. Carl Wright says, favourite movie and TV show? Favourite TV show, Doctor Who. Favourite movie of all time, Terminator 2. Favourite Culture Club song? I mean, Karma Chameleon's a big one, but I do like Victims as well. And 3, have you heard that Little Richard has died? Yes, I have. Very sad that the grandfather of rock and roll has died, but 87, that's a good innings. LFC Gamer says, since you're into retro gaming, have you ever been interested in one of the 3 systems that dominated the UK in the 80s? So the Commodore 64, the Amstrad CPC, or the ZX Spectrum. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, at that time, like in the UK at least, home computers were probably more popular than consoles. I've never really taken much of an interest in them. I mean, I never owned one of them when I was younger, and to be honest, trying to get some of them to work now is a pain. So I'm just sticking to the console stuff. But I do appreciate them. They definitely have their place in history. Adidas or Nike? Worst Nicktoon in your opinion? Fanboy and Chum Chum. If they're considering that a Nicktoon, that's shit. I think that's what made me stop watching Nickelodeon for a while, to be honest. Chat says, would you rather wait in line for 75% off the price of any dish you want or not wait and pay the full price? It depends what the dish is. If it's spaghetti bolognese, I mean, I've eaten that so many times. Actually, I'd probably just wait. 2, do you know that the E4 compartments ident from 2018 is actually called Window Worlds? I did not know that, but I know that now. So thank you. And 3, have you ever seen a comet or a solar eclipse? I think I saw a solar eclipse a few years ago whenever we had one, but I've never seen a comet. Red D says, as you say Sonic Heroes is probably your favourite game of all time, what's your opinion on Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 if you've played them? Well, I've played Sonic Adventure 1, but it was the DX, the Director's Cut. I had that for PC. I really enjoyed Sonic Adventure, actually. I thought it was really good fun. I was able to complete it. Sonic Heroes, in my opinion, is better, but I'm biased. Sonic Adventure 2 I actually haven't played. I should probably get that on Steam or something, but is Sonic Adventure 2 better than Sonic Adventure 1? Discuss. 2, what is your favourite BSB ident? I'm not really familiar with the BSB ident, so I couldn't pick a favourite yet, but I might have to check them out. And the worst Bond film, Die Another Day. It just is Die Another Day, isn't it? I mean, what is it? Surfing on a Tsunami? All that stuff? It's Die Another Day. Mark Prideaux, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, says, what's the best ident you've reviewed on the ident review? The best ident? Oh, I've never sort of quantified them by rank, but basically the more creative they are, the more quirky and creative they are, the more I'll be favourable to them. So something like the E4 2018 idents, they were pretty cool. And 2, what's your favourite Doctor in the Doctor Who series? Peter Capaldi, Doctor number 12. Just fantastic actor, believable in every scene. Best Doctor. And what's your favourite channel out of the main 5 channels? If you mean in the UK, if I had to pick, probably BBC One. Santa Claus 03 says, favourite singer and band? So favourite band, again, if you're going to quantify a band, is the Pet Shop Boys. They are a duo, but they often refer to themselves as a band, so I'm going to go with them. And favourite singer, Michael Jackson. Favourite pop songs? I mean, again, like Beat It, Michael Jackson, loads of the Pet Shop Boys stuff. These are big questions. I need to compile a list sometime. Dora the Explorer says, would you like to go to King's Cross, King's Heath, King's Lynn, or Kings Norton? Well, I've been to King's Cross, haven't been to the others, and I don't know what's there, so I'll just stick with King's Cross. Dr. Floyd03 says, can you do a video on the Alfred Hitchcock box set? You mean the one I have? I think it might have appeared in a video or so. I haven't actually seen all the films in them yet, so maybe once I've seen all the films, I'll do a review on them, but yeah, maybe one day. And 2, have you seen any movies based on Stephen King books? Well, I've seen Misery. I believe that's Stephen King. I've seen The Shining, which apparently he hated the movie adaptation. I've seen a few, but I still am missing some of the big hitters. And 3, have you watched Rick and Morty? No. Isaac Stairs says, have you ever listened to or watched The Mighty Boosh? I haven't actually, but it always gets recommended, so I might have to check it out. And can you recommend a cheap catcher card called the Avamedia LGP Lite? Well, I'll check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. Larchin Film says, would you learn Welsh or Scottish Gaelic? I mean, being half Welsh, I'm probably going to have to say Welsh. And 2, can you make regional versions of AMTV like AMTV Wales or AMTV Northern Ireland? If that's something you guys are interested in, hit me up with your suggestions. I don't know how to make these sort of things, but if you guys have the time and you feel like you want to make some stuff, feel free. James Fan 143 says, would you do a mini-series where you review fan-made mock BBC Two idents? That would be interesting because the mock scene for idents is quite big. Would you guys want a series based on mock idents? Let me know in the comments. Cooking at My Nan's 2019 says, did you know that Tiana Benjamin in EastEnders is making a return? I didn't know that because I don't watch EastEnders. Garfield Pikmin fan says, have you seen Adventure Time and the regular show, and have I seen the Madagascar movies? I've seen Adventure Time, really good show. I haven't seen the regular show, and I've seen all 3 Madagascar movies. The third one is crazy. Zachary Gatt says, which is your favourite Simpsons episode from season 5? Okay, Mike. If A Star Is Burns is from season 5, that one, but it might be from season 6. And did you watch The Midnight Gospel on Netflix? If yes, check it out. I've seen that advertised. Isn't that by the creator of Adventure Time? It looks really cool, so I'm going to watch it eventually. Moves22 says, do you like Roy Chubby Brown, and have you ever watched Rita Sue Bob, the movie, I think you've put? I do like Roy Chubby Brown, but I haven't seen Rita, Sue and Bob, the movie. Ribbleye says, have you heard of Victor Meldrew? The name rings a faint bell, but I couldn't tell you what for. Have you ever watched Drop Dead Fred? Yes, in school of all places, and it was a pretty good film. And 3, favourite prank call from Bart Simpson to Moe? I can't remember them all, I'd have to look at a compilation. Apologies if the camera keeps going out of focus, by the way. I don't know what's going on. Trying to get light where I am, like good light, is actually fairly difficult, so apologies if it happens in this video, we're going to have to put up with it, but definitely next week I'll try and sort out a solution. Infinity64 says, when, if ever, can we expect another episode of Video Scaries? The thing is, guys, with Video Scaries, like I think I've mentioned it before, with everything that's going on in the world right now, there is a lot of fear going around and a lot of people are scared. And I know I just make a little show about things that scare people. I just think in the current climate, to me at least, it doesn't feel right to make that sort of show at the moment, at a time when fear's at an all-time high and there's horrible stuff going on. Video Scaries will return at some point, but only at a point when I feel it's comfortable to do so, and at the minute I'm not at that point. I did think about it the other day, but even if no matter what topic it's on, it just doesn't feel right at the minute. So there will be more Video Scaries, but just not right now. Harvey Richards says, have you seen the Captain Underpants movie yet? Nope, not yet, sorry, we'll get around to it eventually. And what is your opinion on InVision continuity? I mean, it is useful, but sometimes it does really spoil whatever it's cutting into, so it's a hit and miss scenario, really. The Carl John 1 says, do you remember the episode of Brum where he goes down the drain? And do you have part of it recorded on a VHS tape? Do I have it on VHS, and was I scared of it? I think that's called Brum and the Flood. Now, I never watched that as a kid. It wasn't on my VHS tapes I had of Brum, of Season 2. I have seen it since, and I bet as a kid I probably would have been quite scared, actually. But I didn't have it on VHS. Tall Autism 2006 says, what is your favourite meme? My favourite meme? One that always has a big place in my heart, I don't know why, is the do you know the way? The Ugandan Knuckles meme. I don't know why, but it is. And 2, what computer-originated world ident do you prefer, the normal one or the Christmas one? I mean, the Christmas one has a flair, but the normal one, standard, man. And 3, what is your favourite BBC channel? BBC One. Doomarine says, so you're watching a space marathon on Channel 4, and Edgar Wright was live tweeting to his own commentary and said that the continuity guy should include the words totally bonkers in one of them, and he ended up seeing it. And you got hyped when the announcer said it. That's not sad, man. That's cool. I mean, if you're into something like that, to a point where, you know, if the creator tweet... What I'm trying to say, it's not sad, it's cool. That's really cool. Like, more power to you, Doom Marine. Dragonman2455 says, are there any TV shows, movies, songs, or video games that you don't like, but everyone else does? Some of, like, the games, like, big games, like The Witcher. I mean, I've played a bit of it, but a lot of people like that, and I'm not really into it. It was the same with Skyrim when that was a big thing. Everyone loved Skyrim, but I kind of didn't. Are you familiar with the Ace Attorney series of games? Yes, I've got some mates who are really big into Ace Attorney. I must admit, I've never played them. I've never seen the appeal, but maybe I'll have... Is there any particular Ace Attorney you'd recommend to start with? Christopher Kenyon says, have you seen the original Alice in Wonderland from Disney? And what is your favourite Disney movie other than Beauty and the Beast? The original Alice in Wonderland, yes. I only watched that recently, actually, like last few years. I haven't seen the remake or its sequel. And aside from Beauty and the Beast, it's The Lion King. Those two are my favourite Disney movies. They just change on an almost daily basis. Jordan Howell says, VHS versus DVD versus Blu-ray. Well, I mean, VHS is what I grew up with. DVD has become the standard, though. Like, DVD wiped out VHS, but Blu-ray hasn't wiped out DVD. There are advantages to Blu-ray, sure, more storage, higher quality and stuff, but DVD is the standard, so I'm going to have to say DVD. What is your favourite season of South Park? I haven't watched South Park in ages, but from what I remember, some of the earlier seasons, like seasons 3, 4, 5, they were pretty solid. And my favourite South Park characters, I mean, Eric Cartman, man. You can't get much funnier than Eric Cartman. Time Lord Master 108 says, since you have once said you used to watch casually, did you know that both Duffy and Charlie are now gone? I knew Duffy had gone because I remember seeing that was a big thing. You say Charlie's gone. I think from what I read, he's coming back, or he's not in a good way or something. Something like that. I haven't watched it in time. And if BBC One were to do a retro rebrand for their anniversary similar to the 90s 2's revival, would you like to see a mix of idents from over the years? Absolutely. I mean, the BBC's 100th anniversary as a company is coming up in 2022, so that would be really, really cool to see. But whether they're going to do it or not, we'll have to wait. Jeff Davies says, have you ever watched The Cleveland Show? Only like the odd 1 or 2 episodes. 2, have you heard of James Dyson? Again, faint bell ringing, but don't really know. And have you ever visited Wales? I'm half Welsh, half my family's from there. I think it's fair to say I've visited Wales. Mr. Lule, I think it's pronounced. Sorry if I've mispronounced that. If you could change the name AMTV, what would it be? I don't know. I hadn't thought about changing it. I was quite happy with it. Might have to have a think about that. What is your most favourite TV channel in the UK? Well, again, it's probably BBC One. I don't actually watch that much TV anymore. It is mainly just stuff on the main channels, and most of the time it's usually BBC One. And how many subs do you really want to have? I mean, I don't know, more than 100 million? No, I'm joking. I mean, the thing is, YouTube was always, like, it started out as a hobby, and at the minute during lockdown, it is my job in the sense that it's keeping me going, like, financially. I mean, the growth we've been having is great, and I don't know, by the time this comes out, we might have hit 9K, we might not have done. I'm just taking goals one step at a time. So the next goal will be 10K. Having 10,000 subscribers would be incredible. But I think ultimately, saying them, how much would I really want to have? Maybe like 100,000 would be pretty cool. Joseph Adams says, did you watch Batman Girl TV Harley Quinn? What, like Batgirl and Harley Quinn? No, I haven't seen them. Do you know that I enjoyed Disney Plus? Well, I didn't know that, but I'm glad I do now and that you enjoy it. That's fab. And are you getting Doctor Who Evil of the Daleks on DVD in July? As far as I know, it was Power of the Daleks that was coming out, not Evil of the Daleks. But yeah, I'll probably be getting it, special edition. Toxified Art says, I'm thinking about getting back into 3D modelling. You want me to make an ident for your channel? Yeah, man, if you want to make me an ident, please feel free. You can put it in the comments somewhere on the channel. You can, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you can DM me there or on the Discord server. But yeah, if you want to, please feel free. Favourite 7th Doctor story? I mean, so many of Sylvester McCoy's stories are brilliant, but something like Remembrance of the Daleks or Survival or The Curse of Fenric, but for me it's probably Remembrance. And have you seen the modern Channel 4 Simpsons ident? If you mean the one from 2007 when he like electrocutes himself, yeah, I've seen that, but is there one after that? If there is, let me know. Sally Robinson says, if you wrote a Doctor Who story, how would you summarise it? As I said, I've got ideas, I don't know if I want to disclose them though, because I'm not saying you guys would, but people like to take ideas and you never know who's watching. So let's just say I've got ideas that haven't been done on the show before. So maybe one day. And 2, after the BBC 2 90s marathon, can you do an ident review extra on the MTV Europe idents from 1990? Well, if it's idents, there'd have to be 1 ident per episode because that is the idea of the ident review extra. If you want to do them as a batch, I can do them on the regular ident review. But it depends if you guys want a marathon after the BBC Two marathon, because that's still going to go on for quite a while, you know. And Roger Darthwell says, what do you think of the rumours about the possible closure of BBC 4 in order to give part of its budget to BBC 3 and for a possible return of BBC 3 as a TV channel taking over BBC 4's channel? If that does happen, that would be a great shame because BBC 4 has a lot of great content to it in terms of like historical stuff like archive programming, archive about music, about film. BBC 4 is a valid channel, it has its place, so that the idea that that might be shut down for BBC 3 to get more of a budget, I think would be a shame. They just need to do more with BBC 3. So yeah, fingers crossed, but hopefully BBC 4 won't close down. And those are all your questions. Thank you very much for asking them. Please leave your questions down below and they will be answered in next week's Sunday catch-up. We're on the road to 9k. Again, I'm recording this on the Saturday. You'll see this on the Sunday evening. By then, will we have hit 9k? Who knows? I hope we have. But if not, let's smash that 9k target, and then we can go onwards to 10,000 subscribers, which is insane. 10,000. So let's keep doing it. Please keep supporting and sharing the channel. You guys have been absolutely brilliant with that. I really, really appreciate it, especially during lockdown when things are difficult for a lot of us. The fact you share some of your time watching my stuff is very humbling and very much appreciated. Please check out all the people I shouted out at the start of the video. Please subscribe to this channel. As I say, leave your questions down below for next time. I will have this lighting issue fixed, I hope. And until the next one, guys, I will see you all next time. Well, that does bring us to a close this evening on AMTV. We do hope you enjoyed the programme, and please do keep your eyes open for brand new content that will be coming to you soon. Until then, have a very good week, and we hope that you join us again soon. Good night.